Alright, so we're back on my GCP dashboard. You can see under the Kubernetes engine, under clusters, you can see my K8 cluster has been created. It's a total of 5 nodes. Let's drill into the workloads section to see and verify that Consul and Vault have been deployed. So you can see here Consul status is okay, so we've got 5 pods. We also have Vault deployed with 3 pods. Notice that it has a warning here. This warning is to let you know that Vault is still sealed, so we'll need to unseal that. I'll show you how to unseal that in a minute. But let's just double check and verify that Consul and Vault have been deployed properly. So first things first, in order to access your project or your Kubernetes cluster, I should say, you need to run this command. So G-Cloud container clusters, get your credentials. So in this instance, it's K8, as we saw earlier, which zone we're in, and obviously the project name. And if I just hit enter, it'll ask you to authorize. So we're now accessing the Kubernetes cluster. So in order to have a look at the console dashboard and the Vault dashboard, open multiple terminal sessions. And then we need to port forward. So in this instance, we'll run this for console. Now you can see it's forwarding. Click this icon here for web preview, and you can see it's on port 8080. And looks like we've logged into console, and we can see we've got one service running, so that's good. And let's have a look and see if Vault is up and running as well. So it's port forwarding, so let's open another web preview, but this time change it to port 8081. Alright, so it looks good. So Vault's up and running. So in this screen here is telling you to set up the number of keys for your master keys. So how many key shares? So by default, it's best to have at least 5 key shares and a key threshold of 3. We can do this via here, but what I'll do is I'll actually initialize Vault through the command line. So we'll do that in a minute, but looks like things are going well. So let's jump into the command line. Okay, we're back at the command line, so let's have a look and see our pods first. So let's have a look. So you can see we've got console and Vault. Notice 3 pods running Vault. They're not really ready yet because again they're still in a sealed status. So let's go ahead and unseal Vault. To do so, let's run this command. So we'll go ahead and initialize. Here will give us the unseal keys. So this is what we need to do to unseal Vault. We need to, out of all 5, select any 3, and then we need to run this command to unseal Vault. One thing to note, please make sure you keep this information hidden and safe somewhere, because this is the only time that Vault will show you the unsealed keys. So again, just a bit of warning. So yeah, so first things first, to start the unseal process, you need to run this command. Basically, using one of the unsealed keys. So you can see here that it's gone ahead, and you can see the unsealed progress is 1 out of 3. So what I need to do is run that again, but using a different unsealed key. So that's good. So 2 out of 3, and let's do the last one. Notice that I'm running this on Vault console db Vault 0. What we need to do is we actually need to run this command on the other remaining Vault pods as well. So that's the third one. So there we go. So it's now not sealed, which is good. So the next thing we need to do is it is in HA mode, but again we need to go ahead and unseal the other pods as well. So basically what you can do is you can use the same key and then just change the number here to 1. And then what we can do is we'll see what the status is of the cluster in a minute. So if we run this command again, so let's have a look at our pods again. you should now see that Vault is now ready to run. And if we go up to here to the GUI, if we do a refresh, and there we go. So no more errors. Okay, the next step from here is we'll go ahead and deploy a Postgres database, and we'll get Vault to generate some dynamic secrets for us. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download a file from my repo. This file is basically a YAML file that will allow me to deploy a containerized Postgres database into this cluster. And if we just quickly have a look and see this file, you can see here that we'll go ahead and create a Jono's DB database and a Postgres user and password. So let's go ahead and deploy this containerized database. So let's give it a few minutes for it to get created. So if we just run this command, so there you go, it's already up and running.